Welcome to our first ever Raider Report magazine. We can't wait to show you what we have prepared for you today.
This is our chance to show you our collection of more detailed stories that are too long to be featured in the Raider Report Roundup.
Our first topic is dyslexia. Now Lewis and Caitlin bring us a special on Dyslexia Awareness Month.
Last month was Dyslexia Awareness Month, and we interviewed Green Gate teachers and students to learn more about dyslexia.
Where I always start with a visual drill, where they have to drill common terms that they have learned. It's really the most common one. But we know with the research that these kids just have to learn a different way. So it's kind of like a puzzle, and you have to figure out how each kid is different because every dyslexic is different. Austin, Texas. When those light bulbs go off and they finally make these connections after years of not getting it, it makes it all worthwhile.
I think I can come up with ideas pretty well. I think I'm creative in like creating stories and creating art.
Was born in Austin, Texas. So he used this word, and that word.
Tutorial because it helped me like learn how to spell and sound out my words easier.
This is Lewis and Caitlin signing out from Raider Report.
Thank you, Lewis and Caleb, for showing us the importance of Green Gate.
And now let's dive into fall treats with Elizabeth and Camille. They're going to teach us how to make a sweet fall treat.
Hi, today we're making popcorn balls. Here's what you'll need. 2 tablespoons of popcorn kernels, 1/4 a cup of peanut oil, 1/2 cup of sugar, a little cooking spray, 1 cup of colorful candy corn, 1/2 cup of delicious salted roasted peanuts, 4 cups of mini marshmallows, and 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Grab a large pot and heat it over medium-high heat. Add your popcorn kernels and a splash of peanut oil. As soon as you hear the oil start to sizzle, go ahead and start sprinkling some sugar over the kernels. Put a snug lid on the pot and give it a good shake. Keep shaking until the popping slows down, which should take about 8 minutes. Once you're done, take it off the heat and let it cool for a bit. Grab a large bowl and quickly spray it with cooking spray. Then add popcorn, candy corn, and peanuts. Grab a large pot and toss in the marshmallows and butter. Set it over medium-high heat and give it a good stir. Keep stirring until everything is melted and smooth. This should take around 5 minutes. Drizzle the melted marshmallow mixture over the popcorn, then give it a gentle toss to make sure everything is nicely coated. Spray some cooking spray on your hands, and then have fun shaping the popcorn into 3-inch balls. Once you're done, just set them aside to cool. Enjoy!
For the dirt cups, you'll need some chocolate pudding, some Oreos, 3 tall cups, and some candy of choice. First, pour your pudding into the bottom of the tall cups. However much you like, it's up to you. Next, you'll need to take your Oreos and take out the filling. Then prepare to crush them up. We used a Ziploc bag. This will act as the dirt. Pour your crushed up Oreos over your pudding and add your candy of choice. Then layer and repeat for all 3. Voila! This is Elizabeth
And Camille.
signing off for Raider Report.
Thank you. I'll try and make those.
And now let's dive into Halloween house games with Madeline and Indigo. They bring us a story about the Halloween house games this year.
The middle school house games are a fun and exciting time in the school year.
The purpose of house games is to overall just give students a brain break and help them all come together and have fun and play games together. The people who are in charge of the house games are really the house captains, which are a group of people divided by 4 houses. There's usually 2 to 3, and the main person in charge is Miss Dwyer. She is in charge of all the house captains, and she really helps everything come together at the end of the day.
My favorite part of house games is probably being able to like hang out with my friends. Once like you find out the person is kind of like similar to your age, you can like try to like interact with all the grades and just bring the middle school together.
From Raider Report, we are Madeline and Indigo reporting.
Thanks to Madeline and Indigo for telling us about the house games.
And now let's get into the football season and playoffs. Cooper and I went over to Garth to watch the Raiders practice.
Hello, this is Parks Oz reporting from Randolph School. The Randolph Raiders are preparing for the upcoming playoff game this Friday night against Anniston at home. The Raiders are 7-3 on the season heading into the playoffs. Head coach David Lloyd says they'll go as far as they deserve the right to go. He says the Raiders will win as many games as they earn the right to win, and he also says the sky's the limit for his team. Coach Lloyd has been the head coach for Randolph School for 5 years. He has coached the Raiders to 5 consecutive playoff games and 4 consecutive first-round home games, and is currently the winningest coach in Randolph Raider history. Coach Lloyd's overall record is 38-20 at Randolph. We talked to Coach Lloyd, and here's what he had to say.
At the beginning of the season, how were you thinking about the playoffs? You wanted a home game, but how far did you think this team could go?
We tell them all the time, we'll go as far as we earn the right to be there. We'll win as many games as we earn the right to win. It's about how we prepare during the week. And I think the sky's the limit for our team. We can win as many games as these guys want to put the work in for. Obviously, when you get in the playoffs, it's win and go home. And it just gets tougher every round. We got put out in the first round last year by a really good corner team, and I think our guys want to move into the second round of the quarterfinals or as far as we can take it. So we're going to prepare for this week against New Hope and then look for Anniston, and hopefully we got a few more weeks of football left in us.
Gaunt, a senior player for the Randolph Raiders, says he's proud of his team and he feels really good about going into the playoffs. And the loss against North Jackson was tough, but he feels like it is good momentum for the team going forward. Noah Gaunt has been putting up some numbers for the Raiders this season. In a big game against Madison Academy, he had 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, also with a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He was the MVP for Fox News Huntsville, Week 2 of the 2024 season. He averages 64.8 yards per game, and also this past week against New Hope, he caught a 79-yard pass for a touchdown. We talked to Noah, and here's what he had to say.
Do you think you and your team have had a successful season?
Yeah, I would say we've had a really successful season. We were really successful in the beginning of the season. We were able to beat Madison Academy, so that was obviously huge for us. And I think we've played and improved over the course of the season. I'm really proud of where we're at right now, and I think we can make a good run in the playoffs. So I'm overall really proud of our team.
I'm Parks Oz reporting from Raider Report.
We really enjoyed talking to Coach Lloyd, Noah Gaunt, and the rest of the team.
Now let's get into Under the Christmas Tree. Under the Christmas Tree was last week, and we have a special interview in this Under the Christmas Tree special.
Under the Christmas Tree took place November 1st through 3rd at the Von Braun Center.
There's so many different moving pieces that are involved with it. There's over 100 vendors, so just communicating with all.
This was the 40th year of Under the Christmas Tree.
Seeing year after year.
Yeah, story time with Santa is a fun one. Santa sits there and reads the kids a story, and they do a little dance, and that's fun to see how excited all the little kids get to see Santa.
Can you elaborate more on the goal for us?
Yeah, every year we just try to raise more and more money, and we have so far done that. So, like you said, there's always challenges, but we just try to do everything we can to get the most money for the...
One of the biggest parts of Under the Christmas Tree is their Under the Christmas Tree raffle.
And then we have a lot of special events and a lot of other cool prizes and things, so just getting everything to come together is just a lot, but we have a lot of amazing volunteers that help out with that too.
The annual Gingerbread House competition is one of the most exciting events at Under the Christmas Tree. Thank you to all the stall owners, volunteers, and to Miss Sullivan who make Under the Christmas Tree possible. This is Willem Wheaton for Raider Report, signing out.
Once again, big thanks to the Under the Christmas Tree team, and Merry Early Christmas.
Now a moment to talk about Miss Sweet's Y Block class.
Miss Sweet's class is block printing. This is a process where they carve their pre-sketched ideas into a block of EasyCarve. Ava Benton will explain to you the process.
And you carve out what you don't want in the print, and then you roll ink over it, and then you put paper on top of it so it makes a print.
Then they put on their colors of choice, press the paper over their block, and see their results for the first time. This is Elizabeth and Wheaton signing out for Raider Report.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't wait to see more art.
In this part, we will recap last month's core value, curiosity.
Last month, curiosity was the focused core value at Randolph. We looked into how curiosity is incorporated into different aspects of students' and teachers' roles.
How does curiosity impact or affect you when you play golf?
So, I like to ask myself questions like, where's this ball going to go? Where's it going to land? How can I aim myself and get myself in the mood? I think curiosity is important because if you don't ask questions or you don't really know what you're doing.
Curiosity is one of Randolph's main core values. Curiosity can help lead to learning something new.
So if you just keep asking questions and being curious about how you're doing, you can really be the best you can be. So students can always just ask their teachers if they ever need something. Just keep being curious. If you need to ask a question, just ask it.
Curiosity can be found in all parts of Randolph, including sports, academics, and arts. How do you uphold the core value curiosity?
Great question. Miss Sweet and I, every year at the beginning of the year, we do a bulletin board that invites curiosity because we don't ever fully explain what the board is about. For instance, this year we had a giant question mark. So we had lots and lots of students, lots of teachers curious about what was going to happen on that bulletin board. That leads into our first project where we hope students are curious about the artists that we're going to study and what we're going to do. And that just continues through the year. I understand the direction, but can I do, and of course I always say yes. So we like to have student input into the project, different ideas, and we support that 100%.
Students who uphold our core values will be recognized as one of our mission keepers. The core value for November is empathy.
In our final story, the 7th and 8th graders are hard at work to be ready for opening night of Circus Olympus.
Welcome to Circus Olympus!
The 7th and 8th grade Circus Olympus cast is working hard towards opening night.
So we have a small cast, it's 15 people. They all play multiple roles, so everyone's doing tons of stuff at one time. And it's been really fun. Everyone's really energetic and very excited about it. We get to do a little bit more in-depth work with a small cast. So when we're doing our big work, we're focusing on ensemble skills and everyone getting a chance to come to the front of the stage and get a chance to participate. When we get to do a smaller cast, we get a chance to see a little bit more of each kid and what they can do.
Well, yeah, it's just like the good community we can have because there's so few of us, and like we can get everything down to the details and have a really good show because we're like all really focused and everything. Our amazing tech is working so hard to help us out.
So you do tech and you're the student director. What's that like?
It doesn't feel that much different from normal tech. I feel like I have a bit more responsibility, but it's kind of just like normal tech.
Opening night is on November 7th at 7 p.m. It's next Thursday, and I'm really looking forward to the chance of getting an audience in front of the kids so they get a chance to interact with them a little bit more than they do when we have rehearsals.
Come see it. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
This has been Lane and Mary Emmons from Raider Report.
Sounds like a great show. Good luck to all the cast and crew.
All of these pieces made up of our Raider Report magazine. This is our first one, and we hope to create a lot more.